Yeah, while we were on the topic of like kids, I told you there's a New York Times article I came across that really caught my attention because if you listen to our pod before, we spoke about a documentary by Matt Walsh called What is a Woman? And in that documentary, we were we were we became aware that there seemed to be a sort of agenda being pushed on the side of the pharmaceutical industry, um, as far as like pushing puberty blocking medication to youths or to kids who were like confused about their sexual gender. And yeah, this article explores it. This New York Times article explores it. So a couple of things that stood out to me was how with the doctors, they sort of said that like one of the positives of prescribing this medication is that anxiety drains away. And I just coming from a doctor, I was just expecting a little bit more of a valid reason to, you know, prescribe puberty blocking medication to kids as young as 8 years old, Dave. So in the United States, an estimated 300,000 kids ages 13 to 17 and an untold number of younger kids are dealing with this gender dysphoria. And initially, the uh, the prescribing of puberty blockers started out with the Dutch doctors, and eventually it transitioned over into the West. And there's just been very little like oversight, and so the effects of it is that this drug suppresses estrogen, testosterone, and hormones that help develop the reproductive system, but also affects the bones, the brain, and other parts of the body. During puberty, bone mass typically surges, determining a lifetime of bone health. When adolescents use puberty blockers, uh, bone density growth flatlines on an average, according to an analysis. And yeah, doctors believe that when they go off the medication, that the bone density will increase, but studies have said that like that's not the case. So it seems like there's two sides. There's there's some doctors who are saying that there's going to be a price to pay, and there's other doctors who are like, we're worried about that when we get there. And as we were just talking about with the other topic, this falls on the parents. Like as a parent, how do you navigate this situation? Do you listen to your doctors? Do you listen to the church, God? Like what do you do in this situation when you have a child who is dealing with something, going through puberty? We're now at a time 2022 when we can pause puberty, as crazy as that sounds. And the people that you're going to trust, with your child's medical health are saying like, yeah, let's put them on puberty blockers. You know what I mean? They'll figure it out, and we'll take them off later, and we'll just cross the bridge when we get there, as long as they don't have to like feel anxious anymore. Do you think it's a bigger problem, or